Let me bring in Sanjay Jaiswal now, a former state president of the BJP from the state of Bihar, who is now a member of parliament of the BJP from Bihar. Mr. Sanjay Jaiswal, the concerns being raised by the India bloc before the Election Commission would be something which would be very valid in the sense that this fear is real, because Bihar has a huge migrant population and they have to undergo the scrutiny, which may not be really, fair for them. And the India bloc is putting that number of almost like 2 crore Biharis who could be disenfranchised because of this entire exercise, which is being undertaken by the Election Commission.
See, there are already 5 crores people, which doesn't need to verify at all. So the question of 2 crore people doesn't arise, is first thing. Second thing, even in those roughly 3 crores, 2.96 crores people who need to be verified, out of them, if your father or mother has been a citizen already registered in the voter list, then that's enough, because we all are giving a pre-filled form. If you write down your father's name and mother's name, and they are already voters out there, so that thing will be filled. So naturally, this will take care of most of the things. The only problem will be those people who with complete family have shifted outside. For them, there's a through net, you can file online. Though my opposition friends are objecting, but this has happened in 2003, where elections were in 2004. So do they want to say that at the time of in 2003, when even the net was not properly available,
okay,
as voters from the Bihar? That's not possible. The only thing is that because in 2003 it happened in Lalu Yadav's era, so everything is fine. Now it's happening in Nitish Kumar. That's the only reason why they are objecting it. Otherwise, this thing has happened in Jawaharlal Nehru's region. This thing has happened in Lal Bahadur Shastri's region. This thing has happened in Indira Gandhi's region. At the last time it happened in 2003 when the Lalu Yadav was here in the state. When nothing happened till now, why you suspect that something will happen? Does the Lalu Yadav did some scam in 2003 electoral voter list? Because he is experienced, he has done border scam, he has done so many scams. So do Mr. Lalu Yadav and Rabri Devi want to say that while in 2003 they have done a lot of scam through elections, that's why they fear that this time happen? They should clarify it.
But Mr. Jaiswal, it's not just the RJD or the Congress which is expressing their concern. Even India bloc parties, your alliance partners in Bihar are also equally concerned. But the fact that that Aadhaar card, ration card is not being seen as a valid form of identification, what kind of identity, verification is then going on here?
So my answer will be same. There was no Aadhaar card in 2003. There was no Aadhaar card in 1983. There was no Aadhaar card in 1965. There was no Aadhaar card in 1952. Why this time you are apprehending? That's my question is. See, it's very simple that out of roughly 7.96 crores voters, roughly 5 crores voter doesn't need to be identified because they are already in the electoral roll. The second thing is that if your father and mother has been in 2003 voters list, you can easily write it down that I am son of him and my father's and mother's name is already in voter list. So giving your any proof is sufficient. You don't need to do something extra. This is more an apprehension rather than reality. I sincerely think that because of fear of losing elections, they are trying to have a lame excuse as a citizen, like you are in Delhi. You also belong to Bihar. You can easily ask your father and mother or your parents or guardians that You have to register my name. They will fill the form. That's not a problem at all. If your whole family has been shifted to Delhi and still you want to vote in Bihar, then naturally you have to fill the form online. That's all.
Okay, there are concerns that this is some kind of a targeted exercise, particularly against the minorities and Dalits. Then how will you allay those fears? They have had voter rights. Now the BJP is looking at disenfranchising them.
If you are a genuine Bihari, there's nothing to fear about it. If you belong to somewhere else, if you are an immigrant, illegal immigrant, naturally you have to fear. If you want your name at 3 or 4 places, even if you are a minority or a majority, a general caste or a reserve caste, but you want that your name should be in city also, in village also, and third way. See, even if you talk about my own home, I'm telling you that my ward has got an electoral list by certain people who have put at the time of municipal corporations election many names from the rural area. They are having names in the rural area also, they are having names in the urban area also. We don't have any check. And those people who are talking about Aadhaar, the government has mandated itself that Aadhaar should be a part of voter ID. If you remember correctly, Supreme Court struck it down that you cannot ask Aadhaar for voter ID. This was clearly said by Supreme Court. Now the people who were very happy with that, okay, Supreme Court has struck down that Aadhaar card is not mandatory. Now they are talking about the Aadhaar card. This government was very clear. If you remember, this government has put the voter list tagged with Aadhaar card 1.5 years back. At that time, Supreme Court struck it down. So once Supreme Court had said that we will not consider Aadhaar as a mandatory thing, now suddenly you want to go Election Commission against Supreme Court. I'm unable to understand it.
But Sanjay Jaiswal, there are a number of questions which are being raised by India Bloc, the opposition parties, and all these are very, very valid questions. As a Bihari myself, I understand that there are concerns of several who are staying outside Bihar, but they travel to the state during the election season to cast their votes. So thank you so much for joining us, Sanjay Jaiswal there.